Hey guys, it's been a while. In my day job I am a teacher, so since September it's been pretty hectic. Still continues to be, but I thought I would take a few minutes just to do a review of some new liquids. I did actually record this video a few minutes ago, and then while I was trying one out in a Pro Tank Mini, the whole thing opened on me and I ended up covered in liquid, so I'm starting again from scratch. I have ordered a few new liquids lately from some vendors I haven't tried, so that should be pretty cool. But yeah, I was using the same VapingKing liquids that you saw in my last VapingKing video, hopefully, for quite a while, to the point where even some of the nice ones became a bit boring, simply because I'd used them too much. So I thought I'd order some new ones. So I've got 5 new liquids here that I'm going to share with you. All of them are VapingKing's liquids. So they all are in 10ml bottles like this. Just to go through the bottles, you have the typically lovely artwork, childproof cap, the embossed warning triangle, okay, and then you have lots of different important information. These are all 6mg strength liquids because that's kind of my area these days. And yeah, I'm going to go through them probably in one video. However, I am going to use the same dripper for them, so I'll split this into different videos and put them all together. So yeah, for this I am using far too much cotton. I'm using a, might not be able to see that too well, a 29, can I zoom it? No. Okay, I think it's a 29 gauge Canthal coil, micro coil, about 12 to 13 wraps, so it should come out at about 2 to 2.2 ohms, 2.2, and yeah, the whole thing all together, it is a Scar, Smoke Tech Scar rebuildable dripper. So yeah, I'll go through the liquids with you. Okay, got to get my bearings now because I had gone through a couple when it all went tits up. So first one I'm going to try is, let's see, well, let's try with this. This is probably one of the most interesting ones. It's called Dragonfire, or is it? No, it's Dragon's Fire. Okay. On the site it is described as being a mixture of cherries, or a mixture of dark cherries I think, with cinnamon and a menthol kick, so it's quite a strong sounding one. When you open it up, let's see how it smells. Definitely a bit of a cinnamon smell to it, and not really much else. So I'm going to put this on my dripper, get that nice and saturated. Far too much cotton there. Don't know why I have so much, but not to worry, we don't need all of that. So let's just check. Yeah, we're not going to set fire to anything. Put a couple more drops on. So yeah, this is quite an interesting sounding flavour. I've probably got this one inspired by my last VapingKing video, hopefully you saw that, in which I had Venom. So yeah, this is another one of those kind of slightly odd flavours to try. Always good to have an unusual flavour. So, sounds good. Don't know why the camera's gone so dark all of a sudden. Okay, so let's see what it tastes like. Okay, right, let's double check. So I've got this at 8 watts. And I might just put a couple more drops. Always make sure if you are using a dripper that you have plenty of liquid before you start using it, because otherwise you are likely, I'm using cotton as you saw, you don't want that stuff to go up in flames, literally. So, sounds good. Okay, so I'm not really getting any of the cherry yet. I don't know whether maybe if this is left to steep for a couple of weeks, perhaps that will come out. But the cherry isn't really that pronounced. The menthol isn't quite so much of a taste as it is the sensation. You do get a cooling sensation in your throat. It's not as strong as I would have thought, which is interesting because I did think it would have quite a kick to it. Let me just check my air hole. That sounds just a little bit wrong, but let me just keep missing it. This scar only has a single air hole, and if you miss it, you have to go all the way around again. There we go. So, I've tried this out on a few devices. Probably tastes the best on a dripper. Not getting much in the way of kind of a fruitiness from the cherries, but yeah, there is a cinnamon taste to it. It's not overpowering really, but it's not that. It's not that cinnamony, to make up a word. It's definitely a taste there, but I don't know if I would really pinpoint it without knowing what it is as being cinnamon. It's not the most pleasant liquid. With the venom, it was definitely not an all-day vape, but it was something that actually, when you went back to it, it was quite pleasant, quite fruity. Whereas I'm not getting as much fruit from this, and the cinnamon is a slightly odd